From venomous centipedes as long as your arm to vicious plant eaters that can and will kill you given the opportunity, here are 9 of the most dangerous animals. Number 9. Cape Buffalo. Nicknamed the Black Death, the Cape Buffalo is rumored to be responsible for the deaths of more big game hunters than any other animal in Africa. The Cape buffalo is a subspecies of the African buffalo found throughout the southern and eastern parts of the continent. These animals are not only large in size, weighing as much as 2,000 pounds or roughly 900 kilos and measuring up to 5.5 feet or 1.7 meters at the shoulder, but they also travel in sizable herds, numbering anywhere from 50 to 500. Known for being unpredictable and short-tempered, the Cape buffalo is quick to become aggressive, especially when injured or when a calf is in danger, or they think you are the danger. Its typical method of attack is to circle and stalk their target before charging forward at up to 35 miles per hour or 56 k's an hour. A herd will charge in unison and engage in mobbing behavior to take down a perceived threat or enemy, but these gargantuan bovines are plenty dangerous on their own. But generally speaking, people can avoid deadly interactions with the species simply by leaving them alone, which is all they really want from humans. 8. Centipedes. Centipedes are carnivorous and venomous and, frankly, a little disgusting, and while they typically only pursue insects, worms and other prey, they will not hesitate to sting a human when threatened. According to Science magazine, their highly potent venom can kill a mouse up to 15 times a centipede's size in just 30 seconds. The larger the centipede, the more venom a specimen is likely to inject. And while bites can be extremely painful to humans, they are rarely fatal. But there are a few exceptions, of course. Some people experience a serious and potentially deadly reaction to the toxins in centipede venom, including severe cardiovascular and neurological symptoms. A typical bite comes with pain, swelling and redness, but fever, chills, nausea, extreme swelling, itching, heart palpitations, and swollen lymph nodes all indicate the possibility of an allergic reaction. There is one recorded case of a bite victim experiencing anaphylaxis, which occurred when a 23-year-old man was bitten on his left pinky by a nearly 8-inch or 20-centimeter long centipede. His face began to swell and a rash broke out within 5 minutes, and by the time 10 minutes had passed, the man was feeling discomfort in his chest and becoming increasingly unresponsive. Thankfully, he was rushed to the emergency room, treated, and released the next day. The only reported fatality from centipede venom occurred in the Philippines in 1932 when a 7-year-old girl fell extremely ill and died after being bitten on the head. A 2018 study found that one of the toxins in centipede venom blocks the channels that transport potassium in and out of cells, and that this can disrupt the body's ability to perform numerous functions, including sending brainwaves and maintaining a steady heartbeat. Scientists hope that identifying the component is a step toward developing an antivenom. 7. Nile Crocodile. Are you really surprised that the Nile crocodile is on this list? Measuring up to 20 feet or 6 meters long, the Nile crocodile, Crocodilius niloticus, is Africa's largest crocodile and the world's second largest crocodilian. A fully grown adult male can weigh as much as 1,543 pounds or 700 kilos and has up to 68 sharp, conical teeth. In addition to its ability to take down pretty much any animal it sets its sights on, including hippopotamuses, wildebeests, and buffalo, the species is known throughout the continent as a man-eater, and there's scientific data to back this claim. Between 2000 and 2016, Nile crocodiles were responsible for 268 documented killings, although it's believed that the actual numbers are much higher, versus just 33 deaths that occurred at the hands of American alligators and crocodiles during the same time span. Speaking with National Geographic, crocodilian expert Adam Rosenblatt said that Nile crocodiles are known for being highly aggressive. Not only will they eat almost anything, they're opportunistic ambush predators equipped with a virtually inescapable bite force that enables them to hold their victims underwater for long periods of time. Nile crocodiles have a wide range, spanning 26 African countries, and the population is considered stable, meaning it's not unusual for them to cross paths with humans. In fact, although the species is known for being particularly hostile, its tendency to live in close proximity to people is one reason why attacks are so frequent. Simply put, these unwanted encounters between humans and crocodiles happen far more often throughout Africa than they do in many other places, naturally increasing the chances of an attack. Experts have long studied these interactions and have cited numerous causal factors, including an alleged fear of the reptiles among locals. Whatever the case, the bottom line is that the chances of winning against a Nile crocodile are slim to none, and the best way to prevent being harmed or killed is to avoid these creatures at all costs. 6. Freshwater snails. Did you know every year as many as 200,000 people die from coming in contact with small but deadly freshwater snails who carry a parasitic disease? This disease is called schistosomiasis. Infections most commonly happen in Africa, Asia, and South America. A person puts themselves at risk of contracting schistosomiasis just by entering the water, according to disease ecologist Suzanne Sicolo, who spoke with the public radio show The World. She further explained that the parasites leave snails to enter the human body, where they can live for decades. Their barbed eggs are what harm humans, Sicolo added, stating that they become lodged in various parts of the body and can cause a host of unpleasant symptoms, including fatigue, anemia, and even death, with an estimated 10% of chronic cases proving fatal. While the Western world developed drugs to combat schistosomiasis, some countries introduced snail predators into the environment and experienced impressive results in the form of noticeably reduced infection rates. This method was so successful, in fact, that Sicolo says scientists are now investigating it as a viable solution. Some people are concerned that reducing the snail population would come with environmental consequences. When asked about this, Sicolo justified the concept based on the value of human lives and the possibility of reducing human suffering, adding that if done properly, decreasing the number of freshwater snails would be more beneficial than anything. Were you aware of this deadly parasitic disease snails carry? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. 5. Tigers. By nature, tigers are solitary, shy creatures who usually avoid contact with humans. But like almost any member of the animal kingdom, these majestic big cats will attack a person when they feel threatened, especially if they have cubs to protect. Tiger attacks against humans are steadily on the rise as governments work to restore the big cat's population, and as tigers and humans live in increasingly close proximity to one another. In early 2014, BBC reported that tigers killed 17 people throughout India over a 5-week span. Scientists believe that in some rare cases, tigers develop a taste for human blood and become so-called man-eaters. But this certainly isn't the norm, and by going near a tiger, a person risks triggering the animal to respond instinctively when they may not otherwise become aggressive. Experts recommend avoiding venturing into the heart of a tiger preserve as one somewhat obvious way of avoiding such an encounter. But sometimes tigers exit their designated territory and make their way into villages, especially when they are old or weak and looking for vulnerable prey. Babu Bhattarai, a human wildlife conflict researcher writing for the Himalayan Times, pointed out that managing problem tigers is a key component to reducing attacks against humans. Although tigers are protected, wildlife officers are allowed to euthanize them under extenuating circumstances, including when a big cat threatens human lives and safety. Relocating disruptive tigers who were displaced from their habitat through competition is another way officials can prevent the worst from happening. Bhattarai also advises locals who must go into tiger territory to gather materials from the forest, to travel in groups, carry a big stick, and avoid traveling into the woods at dawn or dusk when tigers are most active. 4. Mosquitoes. Chances are you've experienced a mosquito bite at some point throughout your life, and while it was probably itchy beyond irritation, it likely went away fairly quickly without causing any major health issues. But mosquitoes are considered one of the planet's deadliest animals because of their disease-transmitting capabilities, which result in anywhere from 750,000 to millions of deaths globally per year, depending on which source you consult. People with weakened immune systems are particularly vulnerable to the illnesses spread by mosquitoes, such as dengue fever, yellow fever, Zika infection, and malaria, just to name a few. There are no vaccines or specific medications available for many of these viruses, and mosquito-borne disease epidemics are on the rise in recent years, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or CDC. Because mosquitoes are such effective transmitters and many species have evolved to become immune to pesticides that were once effective, Preventing the spread of these diseases is incredibly difficult. 3. Hippopotamuses. In the past, hippos have been portrayed in pop culture as sluggish, gentle giants, but this couldn't be further from the truth. Not only are these semi-aquatic creatures massive, measuring up to 16.5 feet or 5 meters long and weighing as much as 9,900 pounds or 4,490 kilos, they're inherently aggressive and are equipped with large teeth and tusks that can easily take out whatever is in their way. According to Live Science, hippos are so short-fused, they've been known to hurt or even kill their young who get caught in the midst of a fight between two adults. Humans are no exception to the creature's rage. It's said that hippos kill as many as 500 people every year in Africa, making them one of the world's deadliest large land animals. You may be surprised to know, after learning all this, that hippos are plant eaters for the most part. They eat up to 80 pounds or 35 kilos of grass and fruit every night and can store food in their stomach, which enables them to go up to 3 weeks without eating during a food shortage. In other words, hippos don't attack humans and other creatures out of severe hunger or a desire to eat them, although they do occasionally scavenge animal carcasses. They're just extremely territorial, and those with offspring to protect are especially prone to aggression. Many of these violent encounters result from us and them coming into unnaturally close contact, including when hippos wander onto land in search of food or when humans enter their territory. In 2014, for example, an irate female hippopotamus flipped a boat carrying schoolchildren across the Niger River in West Africa. Sadly, all 12 kids and 1 adult died. 2. Scorpions. Scorpions have a pretty bad rep, but it isn't without merit. Equipped with stingers that inject potent neurotoxins into their victims, these creatures certainly have killing power. But out of the 2,500 or so known scorpion species, only 25 are capable of delivering fatal stings to humans, and only around 3,500 people worldwide die each year from scorpion stings. In the US, the Arizona bark scorpion, Centroides sculpturatus, is the only scorpion with the capacity to kill a person out of the 80 known species throughout the country. Writing for Slate, Brendan Corner pointed out that even one sting from one of the deadliest species usually won't kill a healthy adult, but children, the elderly, and people with weakened immune systems are at a higher risk of dying. The Indian red scorpion, Hottentotta tamulus, is said to be the world's most lethal. Found throughout parts of India, Pakistan, Nepal, and Sri Lanka, these creatures are no more than 3.5 inches long, or 8.9 centimeters. Despite their small size, their venom packs a powerful punch, causing nausea, skin discoloration, heart problems, fluid accumulation in the lungs, and possibly even death. Despite all that, scorpions are not innately aggressive and generally do not attack humans. Most stings result from people accidentally stepping on or otherwise threatening the creatures. Number 1. Elephants. Elephants are extremely intelligent and social creatures with a reputation for being gentle giants, but they are also prone to aggression and actually kill as many as 500 people per year, according to National Geographic. In recent years, elephant attacks on humans have risen dramatically as human activity pushes them into increasingly small spaces and in closer proximity to growing human populations. Elephants do not attack people for food. In fact, they are just plant eaters. But in many places, they have come to see humans as a threat, especially because residents and farmers often harass or shoot at the animals for trampling on and eating their crops. Captive elephants are also known to turn on people. This is usually caused by the devastating psychological effects that life in confinement has on these extremely social creatures, who are absolutely not meant to be kept in cages. During a period called must, male elephants experience a dramatic increase in reproductive hormones. This process is not very well understood because elephants in must become so highly aggressive, scientists have not been able to safely study them very closely. When an elephant does decide to attack, there's little chance of escape. Capable of delivering a single lethal blow, these massive mammals are known to gore or stomp on people who get in their way without warning. Managing problematic wild elephants is challenging. Killing them is not an ideal solution because most populations are endangered, although some countries have started hosting controlled hunts. And as dangerous as elephants may be in some cases, they have far more reasons to fear us than the other way around. After all, it is human activity that brought their numbers perilously low. Thanks for watching. Which animal do you think is the most dangerous on this list? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time.